kysymyksiä ja vastauksia paneeliin. Mä kerron lyhyesti vaan toimintaohjeet ja katoan sitten ja jätän estraatin Kairille ja hän saa kertoa kaikkea ja vastata kysymyksiin. Eli ensiksi on 10 tällaista esivalmisteltua yleiskysymystä, jotka kertoo kaikenlaista sitten hänen cosplay-urastaan ja mielipiteistään cosplayin suhteen. Ja ensin käydään läpi nämä kysymykset ja jos teillä sen jälkeen on jotain kysyttävää, niin kuin teillä varmasti onkin, niin on aikaa sille, että saatte kysyä omia kysymyksiänne ja viitatkaa. Ja Kairilta voi hyvin kysyä englanniksi, hän ymmärtää oikein hyvin. Jos ette halua kysyä englanniksi, niin voitte kysyä suomeksi ja sitä varten meillä on tulkki paikalla, joka sitten kääntää Kairille ja kääntää myös vastauksen teille suomeksi. Nauttikaa!
So hello everybody, how are you feeling right now? Are you having fun at the convention? Yeah, of course. Okay, let's say it's fun. So I'm really happy that I can meet all of you today, and I hope that my answers will help you somehow. And so yeah, I think we can start right now. The first question is, how did you get into cosplay? Well, it was quite a long time ago. I bet it's like 10 years ago, and actually I've went to a few conventions before and saw that people are dressing up. Of course, they were poorly dressing up. It was like armors from cardboard and having your own hair instead of wig, and so on. And of course it was really bad failure, but actually it was fun. So I decided that I will make my own costume, and I've been searching for a character that I will look alike somehow. So I was searching for a character who was blonde, because I'm naturally blonde and I needed my hair in a cosplay. So I chose Riku from Final Fantasy X, and of course it was really bad. It was one of the worst costumes I ever saw. And then I got a long break from cosplay. I think 4 years. I've not really been into cosplaying anymore, and then a friend of mine asked me if I could make a character from Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann for her group, and so I agreed, and then yeah, I got addicted like you guys. So actually I'm cosplaying very actively from 2008, I guess. So it's not so long as 10 years. Okay, the next question. Oh, if you have any questions, like when I'm talking, just raise your hand, and so we can answer about. What has this hobby taught you? Oh wow, that's a really nice question, because everything that I'm doing during my cosplay work, like crafting or sewing or preparing a performance, it's everything I've taught myself during the cosplay work, like working in progress on cosplays. And I didn't know how to sew before my first cosplays. I didn't know, and my mother can sew and my grandma can sew, so I just make a lot of mistakes, and I learned a lot during that awful time. But it's like I think everybody should try something new. Like you can't think like if you can sew, you won't sew. Try it and you see that it's not very difficult, and probably you'll get into the cosplay more. And so don't be afraid to using new techniques, new crafting methods, new materials. There'll always be some mistakes, but it will be a great experience, and you'll be better with every cosplay you make. What would you like to do in the future, cosplay-wise? Actually, I don't have much plans. I'm just doing the costumes I like, the characters I like, the groups that my friends are willing me to make with them, and other cosplay activities, like we're planning to make a Shingeki no Kyojin musical, the longer performance for 30 minutes, I guess, and it will be a really good big project about it. In the past, I've been making some cosplay commissions, but I think I won't be doing it anymore in the future. It's like too time consuming for me, and people are not willing to pay the price it's given, because it's like it won't pay for itself. Any favorite costumes? Whenever I'm making new costume, it becomes my favorite. I don't know, how is it? Maybe you have the same. So I have a lot of favorite costumes, but I think my most beloved is Batgirl from Batman. And last favorite, there are some costumes that I'm embarrassed for, and those are pretty much very old costumes from the beginnings of my cosplay career, and somehow when they were fun back then, but when I think about it right now, it's like, oh, I really did that. Okay, no. So actually, I don't have less favorite costumes, I guess, right now. What is your funniest memory about cosplay? So last year I've been to MCM Expo in London, and I was dressed up as Elizabeth from Bioshock, and I was just getting in the hall, and someone ran through of me, and that was a girl, and she grabbed my hand, and she put in my hand a lot of chocolate coins, and she said like, take it and draw it like to the booker. If you see a booker, just throw it at him and say, "Booker, catch." And it was really sweet and cute, and I saw a lot of bookers there, like 5 guys, and I threw them money for them. And it was really fun. And on the same convention, I've been dressed as a Batgirl as well, and from the other side of the hall, in the one moment I hear the very, very loud laugh, and then I see it's Joker with Harley Quinn, and they're staring at me and laughing at me, and then they run away, and I just was yeah, so it was really funny, and we took a lot of goofy pictures, and as well I met their Imperator from the Star Wars saga, and he also wanted a picture with me as a Batgirl, and he was very in character, so I was goofing around with the picture like this, and he had his soldiers with him, so they arrested me because of that. So it was really, really fun. The secret of a good cosplay. I think that if you're motivated enough, like the motivation is the main thing that you make costumes, and the motivations can be a lot of types, like making a group with friends because you promised them and you like to do something with them, or maybe just you love the character so much that you want to make the good cosplay of her, and a lot of reasons. But if you have that motivation, it always be a good cosplay, because it's not good like it's good sound or it's crafting good. A good cosplay is when you're feeling good in your costume and you're having fun in your costume. So that's I think the secret. But if we're talking about the aesthetic aspect of cosplay, I think you should be very accurate to what you see in the reference picture, and choose the right materials for the right, I don't know, if you're making a kimono, choose the cotton instead of cheap satin, like that, something like that. And yeah, make a research about the costume history a bit, because most of the costumes created by the mangakas or developers in the games are based on some age in a history, so it's really helpful to know the research. And I think that's it. What's the best part about cosplay? For me, it's being on stage. I love to perform. I love to direct the performances, and it's always a great pleasure to make some with group, especially. Solos are really nice, but you have big opportunities when you're working in a group. So I think that's the best, and the best memories from my cosplays are from the group cosplays and performances we did. Because we always very happy afterwards if it's everything went okay, and yeah, I think everybody should do that, because it's really fun. Of course, it's a little bit nervous because there's so many people you have to rely on, but if you know the right people, it's just a pleasure. How have you learned all of your cosplay skills? Oh, so we a little bit talked about it earlier, but yes, the sewing, I was just sewing myself without patterns. I'm always making my own patterns, so it's like very unprofessional, I guess, and I think it turned out really well for me, but when I sell my costumes to another person, it doesn't fit, because it's just like pattern for me. So that's the bad thing, I guess. And making armor, I learned from all the tutorials from the internet, and my friend is really good person with the wigs. She can make a lot of hairstyles, and so once I asked her for help with my wig, and it gave me a lot of experience. So I started to make my own wigs with my own ideas, my own methods, and yeah, this is how it is. You have to start, and then you have your own ideas, your own designs. I think it's everything the same, like sewing or making gel guns, or even performance, I guess. So this is my favorite question. In Finland we have the saying, cosplay without pain is pretending. Would you say that's true? Is cosplay painful? I never thought about it, actually, but yeah, I think it's true. And if you physically burned by the hot glue, or cyanoacrylon, or something else, or cuts your hand with scissors or something, it always happens. And if not, of course, you have so little sleep before convention, right? And and you have a lot of work, and you're so tired, you want just to throw it away and just went to sleep. So yeah, it's always a pain, like a physical, or the other one, emotional. Yes, emotional, and of course sometimes it's like you're too tired to have fun with your costume because you've been sewing the whole night. It happens, but still, I won't say that the cosplay is painful. I would say it's as painful as happy is it. So even if it's painful, you get a lot of fun, and you get happy because you've done something you wanted very, very long. So I think it's half true, because it's not only painful, it's painful, but you get something in return. Where do you get your ideas for cosplay? Wow, this is the tough question, because mostly I choose the characters I do like, but sometimes when I see that design and it's like very effective and I love it, so I am choosing it to do, even if I don't know character. I know that nobody, there are some people who doesn't like it, like I don't know, from the game you don't know, but and even if I don't know it, I'm trying to know it, I'm trying to play it, when I decide to make the costume, and I try to know the story about the character, the personality, and I think it's alright then, why not? And sometimes when group is made, someone tells me that I will be accurate cosplayer for that character, and so I can, yeah, maybe yes, okay, so I'll join your group. And then of course I'm trying to make my research about the character and the anime or manga or the series actually. So a lot of ideas from a lot of sources, I guess. Okay, I think that was the last question. So if you have your own question, you can ask right now. Okay.
Do you ever get like insecure about your cosplays? Do you feel like you ever want to quit sometimes?
Oh, tough question. You mean that insecure in cosplay, like it's tough and uncomfy and some are bad. Maybe you have in mind that I like to quit because of the community or something?
Skills, like if you feel like you can't make something.
Oh yeah. Okay, of course I do have the quizzes every time I'm making a costume, and it's like 2 weeks before the convention, when I see that the techniques I wanted to use doesn't make it. It's like, oh shit, I'm not doing it. And I got the same like this week before the Cosvision, when from the 2 weeks I've been trying to sew the really, really easy skirt from that circle. And I know I couldn't make it. It was not straight. It was like something, I don't know. And I wasted so many meters of fabric. And I was like, I'm not going to finish it in a time. So maybe I take another costume. And it's always get me so depressed. But then I'm just leaving it for, I don't know, few hours or maybe a day, and then just with new energy I'm starting to make it again, and somehow it's okay back then. So just don't give up and try your best, but remember that if you're angry, you'll be angry, so you have to stop a bit, relax, and then go back and see how it works.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can just say
Huh?
speaks and
Okay, there's a question.
Is it hard to create any costumes?
What kind of costumes? Every?
Every.
So this costume I'm having right now, it's not very, very hard to make because it's only sewing, but still I think needs some skills to do. But when you're having costumes with a lot of techniques, like Final Fantasy characters, they have a lot of, I don't know, patterns on the sleeves, or maybe a very long dress with a lot of ornaments, or just an armor or props. It always is time consuming, because you have to research for the right materials, you have to buy them, you have to find the right colors, so it's really tough. But when you know the technique, so you've made before, like you've made an armor, so you know how to do it, so it's easier. When it's a new technique for you, it's always be a pain and always be longer than something you've been doing before, and you always make some mistakes because it's your first time, so it's a little bit tougher. But if you've been through it, so you got an experience and you know how to do it, and it's quite easy. Not time consuming. Thank you. There's so many guys here, because I thought that only girls are at the convention.
Yeah, do you think you will continue with cosplay even as you get older? Because this is usually seen as a hobby for young people.
Yeah, I think I think I will continue as much as I want, because I think that I will be able to decide that I'm not looking good, anymore in the costumes, and it's the point that I should quit or something. But I think for now, I don't know how many years will take me to that point, because maybe I find the characters that will fit into my age. Why not? So I think it's quite good hobby, very creative, very fun, and for this moment I'm not planning to quit.
Do you have any favorite part while making cosplay?
Oh, actually, I'm a cosplayer of a mixed technique. Like, you have some cosplayers that like armors and do mostly armors, like kamui cosplay, or just sewing clothes. There are some who just like sewing big dresses or something, and I like to mix the some armor, some jewelry, some gradients, some painting on the fabric. So I do like when you can use all of your skills, but I don't think that I have any favorite techniques, I guess. I think I'm quite good with sewing. I'm the best with the sewing, but it's not my favorite thing. So, yeah, thank you.
How did you first react when you heard that they wanted you to come here?
Oh, I was pretty shocked, because like I've never been asking for being a guest before. Last year it happened twice. I was really surprised that you guys want me here, and I didn't even know why, because I'm not very like famous or something, and I'm not doing the costumes from the popular stuff. So yes, I was very surprised, but I asked Sofia about it yesterday. Why me? And she told me that you guys know me here. It's like still a surprise for me, and thank you for that. It's really a pleasure to be here.
Do you go a lot to other countries to cosplay? Like, do you go only to specific ones, or do you just go where you want to go?
So it happened a lot for the last year because of that. So I've been to Czech, I've been to Germany because of that, and I'm visiting London from 4 years from now, and yes, I'm always being at the MCM Expo, and of course a lot of convention in Poland I do attend, and and I'm planning to go to the Comic Con this year in San Diego. This is like a dream for me, and yeah, I managed to get some money for that, and yeah, I'm really excited about it because it's like tons of cosplayers there. And this year I'm planning to go to the MCM as well, and I think nothing is in plans more than you guys. Okay, thank you. Oh, there's one. Beautiful costume, by the way. Really beautiful.
Thank you. I was wondering, do you find yourself being a perfectionist because you have such fine attention to detail in your costumes?
Yeah, it's really annoying sometimes when you yes I see because when you're a perfectionist you just can't go through something when it's not done the way you like it, and it's like sitting on the little ornaments for days and still it's not good, and you can't make something else because the thoughts about the little thing will makes you crazy, and you have to finish it the way you like it before you can just make something else. And it's on the other side it's really nice because you get really nice costume, high quality, but on the other hand, while I've been making my one costume like for 2 months, a friend of mine made 3 and really nice. He looked really good, and yeah, it's sometimes it's annoying because it's time consuming and drives you crazy, but yes, you get a nice costume instead. Thank you.
What kind of performances do you like to make? Are there like comedy numbers, dance performances, drama, or something else?
When we had the first serious performance in Poland, it was like everybody been doing the drama, and so it's like too much of it in Poland. So I'm a fan of the mixed performances, half comedy and half drama. Like we made a performance from Tangled from Disney. It was like very funny in the beginning, like some of the gags and just Flynn and Rapunzel going shopping or something, and then we got the lantern scene, and it was really touching in moving, beautiful. So I think it's good to have some different emotions during the performance. So it gives you more, I don't know, more emotions. Yes. Thank you.
What is the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to you on cosplay?
Yeah, I love the question. So I think the most embarrassing thing is when I've been dressing up as Elizabeth from Bioshock, and I went to get a sign of a guy voice acting the Booker, and there was 2 guys, and I mistook the other one for the guy. I thought he was Booker, but he wasn't, and I threw the money at him, and it was like, wow, that was cool. And then my friend said, the wrong guy, this is the wrong guy. And it's like, oh, why? Oh, I just wanted to go under the table. I think that's it. And of course, sometimes when I do change in that public because of the photo shoot, you have to sometimes, and it's like suspicious looks.
What is the hardest thing for you in costumes? Do you find shoes hard or something like that?
Like, is choosing a costume?
Shoes or
Shoes,
certain parts of the costume.
I think that working with the wood is the hardest for me because I don't have much tools for that, and it's always a pain to get something really smooth. And I'd like to instead give it to the guy who carves in wood, and he just make it with his professional tools, and it's okay. But I'm not feeling good with that because it's like I haven't made it right. So it's good. It's really bad for me, but I want it to look perfect. So sometimes I have to do it, and it really bothers me. So yeah, I don't like to do stuff in wood, but sometimes I have to.
What's your favorite costume you've made?
I think that's what I said. It's Batgirl from Batman, because I love the character, and it was really fun to make. And yeah, I got a lot of photo shoots with the costume, and wore it in the costume comic days, and it's really fun. Of course, I'm more into comic fandom right now than anime stuff. But yeah, that's it.
Do you ever get frustrated on how much money it takes to do your outfit?
Every time. It's yes, and I think I'm getting the most frustrated when it's simple costume. It's not like armor or resin stuff or something very complicated, and still it takes a lot of money, a lot of things you have to buy, and you haven't thought of it before. So it's like the most frustrating moment. Like, oh,
Cosplay-ryhmät, ilmoittautukaa Cosplay-mammalle infopisteen edessä kello 13.40, eli 5 minuutin kuluttua. Mamma, tunnistatte silmäni hatusta. All Cosplay-ryhmät, ilmoittautukaa infopisteen edessä. Kiitos.
So do you have to do a lot of exercise, or what's your diet before you go?
Another question maybe.
Yeah, just mean like the physical part of your role.
Yes.
Take a lot of preparation.
Actually, I don't use any diet. I know I should, but no, I know I should for some questions and do exercises. But my life is so crazy that I have no time for like systematically going to the gym or something, or eating systematically. Okay. It's the most difficult thing that you have to eat on exact hours to get it through, and it's really hard for me to get, because I have 2 schools right now and I'm working, so it's really crazy, and I have to make some costumes as well. So, but I'm planning to get something. Yes.
How about when you play someone like a Catwoman who's very like good at fighting?
Yeah.
Some movements.
Yes. We do have, and if you have a really bad condition, it of course it's very painful. So better before make some gym for months to get your condition better, and then try to make some martial arts, and it will be amazing to show it on the convention, I guess. Yeah, that's a really cool question, because a lot of cosplayers doesn't pay attention to the details, to playing the characters they are. So that's really cool question. Thank you. Mm-hmm.
How long did it take you to make the costume you're wearing now?
Oh, this thing was made in 4 days. Yes, and I'm not really happy about it because it still needs some touch-ups. But I think the average costume like that, it should be like 2 weeks to get it really nice. But it's like working on it every day. So if you want to have some free time with your friends and stuff, you have to start earlier, like a month before, I guess. And I think that will be okay by then.
Can you show us the costume that you're
Yeah,
wearing?
that's the Black Canary outfit. That should go through. Yeah. And actually the only parts I've made are the jacket, something like that, and the body, and I just made here the I don't know the word stuff on the shoes. Yes. Yeah, and I chose the costume because it was very simple to do, and I like the character. So yeah, that's it. And still needs some touch-ups, like here inside or something. Yeah, I need to make it again. I think the jacket.
But it's a really nice costume.
Yeah, thank you, thank you very much. I like yours as well.
Have you ever get disappointed of your costume?
Yes, I do every time.
Kuulutus. Sinä, joka tilasi taidekujalta Nokia Lumia 710 kuoret, tuletko infopisteelle? Kiitos.
I'm never satisfied. Never. Ever. Yes. And so I'm trying to make it again and again, redo some things, and trying if it works, but I'm not sure if I'm 100% satisfied. It's on one of my costumes, I'm not. But if you mean like disappointing that I want to dress up, I don't think so. It's like I'm putting so much effort to make costume, so I have to wear it. Even if it's not perfect, I need to wear it because it's like a lot of time and work of mine, and I just don't want to throw it away. Thank you very much for your questions, very inspiring, very tough sometimes. And I hope that the answers helped you somehow, and I had really good time with you guys. So have a nice day at the Cosvision, and see you around. Thanks.